Someone in your life did something. They didn't text back, or they did text back and the tone was wrong. Maybe they chose someone else, made a choice you didn't see coming, said something that's been living rent-free in your chest for 3 days, and ever since then, you've been managing it, running scenarios, rehearsing conversations that haven't happened, bracing, waiting, monitoring. Your body thinks it's fighting, and there's a reason for that, a very specific, very biological reason. That's what we're going to talk about. Here's what I want you to notice. You're not doing this on purpose. You didn't decide to spend your weekend inside a conversation that already happened. You didn't choose to feel that thing in your chest when their name appears on your phone. This isn't weakness. This isn't you being too sensitive or too attached. This is your nervous system doing exactly what it was built to do. Treating an unresolved social threat like a predator that hasn't left the room yet. And there is a name for what's happening inside you right now. There is a mechanism, a clock, a system, and once you understand it, the grip loosens on its own. Most people think detachment means not caring. Neuroscience says detachment means not fighting. You are not cold, you are not indifferent. You are not giving up. You are ending a war your body was already losing. Imagine you're holding one end of a rope. On the other end, someone else's choices, their opinions, whether they come back, whether they explain themselves, and you are pulling, not because you want to, because your nervous system classified them as a threat, and threats must be resolved, controlled, or escaped. Here's what that costs you. The moment your brain flags an unresolved social threat, a relationship on shaky ground, someone whose behavior you can't predict, your hypothalamus sends a chemical signal down to your adrenal glands. Those glands release cortisol, your primary stress hormone. Now, cortisol in a short burst is healthy. It's designed for emergencies. The problem, Robert Sapolsky, a Stanford neuroendocrinologist who spent decades studying stress in both baboons and humans, spent his career trying to explain, is this. Zebras only run the stress response while the lion is actually chasing them. We run it while lying in bed thinking about a text message. As long as you are gripping that rope, monitoring, managing, waiting, your HPA axis, the system that drives your cortisol pump, doesn't get the signal to stand down. The cortisol clock keeps ticking, not because the lion is still there, because you haven't put the rope down yet. If you do this, if you grip, if you monitor, if you lie awake running simulations, it means something specific about who you are. It means you have a nervous system that takes attachment seriously. It means you feel the weight of connection, not lightly, not lazily, but in your whole body. People with high internal processing load, empaths, creatives, the ones who've always felt things more than the room, they don't grip because they're broken. They grip because they care with their whole physiology. But here's what the science makes unmistakably clear. Gripping doesn't protect the connection. Gripping kills it. The cortisol that floods your system while you wait and monitor and manage, it suppresses the very neurochemistry that makes you warm, open, and worth being around. You are not broken, you are gripping. So, how do you drop the rope? Not with willpower, not by deciding to stop caring. With breath, and a very specific kind of breath that researchers at Stanford have identified as the fastest way to manually shift your nervous system out of threat mode. It's called the physiological sigh. Here's how it works. Breathe in through your nose, a full inhale. Then, before you exhale, take 1 short second inhale on top of it. Then breathe out, slowly, through your mouth, longer than the inhale. That double inhale fully inflates your lungs, and the extended exhale activates the vagus nerve, the long nerve that runs from your brainstem down through your heart, which is the main brake pedal for your threat response. When that vagal brake engages, the cortisol signal gets interrupted, not suppressed, not ignored, completed. Your nervous system gets the message it's been waiting for. You drop the rope, the threat is resolved. You can come back now. Do it 3 times, right now if you want. That person in your life, the one your body is still gripping, you don't drop them by not caring. You drop the rope. And the moment you do, your cortisol starts to fall. Your vagal brake re-engages. The part of your nervous system that makes you warm, present, and capable of actual connection comes back online. Not because you became someone different, because you finally stopped fighting a war. Your body was never built to win. Subscribe if you want science that explains you, not advice that tells you how to be different. See you in the next one.